Welcome to your mat class with Justine. We're going to start lying down with maybe a little cushion for underneath the head to even out that neck alignment. You're going to have your feet flat on the mat, knees flexed, and arms nice and long by your side. And so, as we always do, we're going to start with the breath, breathing in to the back, the sides, and the bottom of the rib cage. And you can also place your hands on the bottom of the rib cage if you like, just to bring that awareness to your breath and where that breath is landing. So that full breath in, and as you exhale, just softly through pursed lips. Just helping us to slow the breath down and slow us down. So starting to feel the back of the body nice and heavy on the mat. And just bring the arms down by your side. And so on your next out breath, I want you to slide your right leg out, reach your left arm overhead. So we're just going to work through a few mobility moves just to warm the body and prepare for the workout ahead. And so as you slide your leg out, you're going to lift the toes to get a stretch down the back of the leg. As you reach the arm overhead, keep your lower rib cage nice and still so you get that nice stretch down your side ribs. And just finish that with the last one. Left leg, right arm. And then keeping the feet still, you're going to reach the arms up off the floor, palms facing in. And then on your out breath, drop your right knee out, left arm opens out to the side. Inhale, come back in. Exhale, left knee, right arm. Breathe in, come back in. Exhale. Good. So as you drop the knee out, keep weight in that opposite hip. Exhale. Good. So just warming through those abductors and adductors of the hip, through the back and the front of the shoulder as you lift that arm into your chest and that upper middle back. Let's just do one more on each side. That's good. And when you finish that last one, you're going to keep the arms up off the floor, bringing your feet and knees together. On your out breath, you're going to drop both knees to the right, left arm opens. You're going to inhale, hold. As you exhale, back through center. Inhale, hold in the middle. As you exhale, over to the left, right arm opens. You can take that eye gaze to the back arm. As you exhale, one more each side. Inhale, holding. Exhale. To the left, right arm opens. As you exhale, back through center, releasing the arms down by your side. Maybe taking the cushion away from underneath the head if you have one there. Getting caught up. And then on your next out breath, you're going to tuck your tailbone and then lift your hips up into a shoulder bridge, into our hip rolls, opening up through the front of the body. We're going to inhale, hold. And as you exhale, release and lower down. One by one, bone by bone, back down in contact with the mat. And so as you walk that pelvis back, we're lifting up, gently pressing through the heels, squeezing the glutes, releasing down. Really trying to notice that articulation through the spine. Let's take one more there, warming through the back of the body, lifting up. down. Lengthen, keep it going away. And then when you finish that last one, we're going to bring ourselves over onto all fours. Knees beneath the hips, hands beneath the shoulders. And then we'll take a little cat stretch and cow pose. So on your out breath, we'll take a little lift to the middle. That out breath helping to flex the spine. We inhale, hold. And as you exhale, release to a cow pose. So lift that tailbone, lift the eye gaze. And again, we'll take 2 more reads. So lifting, feeling that full range. Really drawing your navel towards your spine. And as you exhale, release. Inhale, holding. Exhale, one more, lift. Exhale, cow pose. Inhale, holding. Exhale, back to neutral. So we're going to start, we're going to come down to a line on our tummy. We're going to have our legs hip width apart for any lower back niggles, or we're going to bring those feet together. Arms just slightly hands toward the shoulders. We're going to take a breath in, we're going to stay. On your out breath, we're going to lift and extend the arms out to a T. Inhale, hold, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, release down. So we're going to inhale, stay. Exhale to lift. Inhale to open. And release. Now if it feels too much to lift the arms up off the floor, you can just keep your hands, forearms resting here. Inhale, hold. And release. And do 3 more. Exhale, so warming and strengthening through those posture muscles. Upper middle back. And release. Those muscles that lift and lengthen the spine. Nice little T shapes for the body. Release. It's good getting that work into the shoulder stabilizers as we open the arms out and hold. Release down. And then we'll bring hands to ribcage, lift to all fours. We'll take a little release through the back. So take a cat stretch first. If it's comfortable, sit back onto your heels and take a few breaths, breathing into the back, the sides, the bottom of the ribcage. Really feeling that ribcage expanding across the back. If it feels a little bit difficult to breathe in to the, we can take those knees a little bit wider. And so taking some deep, expansive breaths. Good, on your next out breath, let's release that spine all the way up. Roll the shoulders. We're going to bring ourselves over. We're going to come to line on our back. So we're going to go to a few layers here. So again, we can have a cushion underneath the head if we need it. And so, we're going to start with our ab prep, feet flat on the mat, knees flexed. You're going to tuck your chin a little, so we lengthen the back of the neck, keeping the head in contact with the mat. Exhale, lift. So that initiation, that move comes from those upper abdominals. And release. Lengthen the back of the neck. Lift. Inhale, hold, draw belly button in. And release. Now we can add some arms. Reach the arms up overhead. Then, inhale, arms, head nod. Exhale, lift. Hold. Exhale, release. Again, watching how far we go with those arms. We don't want that lower back to arch. It's an inhale, arms. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And release. So we keep the feet on the floor or find that tabletop. Arms, exhale. And release. So again, just finding that option that works for you. Feet on the floor. Keeping your arms by your side. Good. We're going to ultimately go into, this is going to be our 100 exercise. Maybe we can extend the legs, pressing those heels together. Bend the knees, reach arms up. Arms, exhale. Lengthen. Inhale, pressing heels. Good. So if we're ready, our 100 exercise, feet on the floor, tabletop. Arms by your side, or add those arms reaching. We can extend the legs here, and then we start pumping the arms. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Nice strong pumps with the arms. Good, breathing in and exhale. Keep the eye gaze looking to your center. Good. We're into round 5. Now, if you're feeling tension in the neck, you can rest your head, shoulders down. Exhale. Round 7. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Round 8. And exhale. Legs to tabletop if you need to. Try and hold there. Last round. Breathing in. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tabletop. Knees. And reach. Let's bring those feet down. Arms wide. On your out breath, take a knee drop to one side. Nice release for the lower back. Well done. Good. Let's come back through center. Reach the arms down by your side. So we're going to come into a tabletop. We're going to work in the other direction. So tabletop, we can cross the ankles. So again, layering. From here, on your out breath with the palms facing the hips, we could lift the hips up. Breathe in, release down. Exhale. Breathe in, release. So this is option 1, our roll over. Prep. Exhale. If we're getting a nice bit of height with that hip lift, maybe we could extend the legs. Exhale. Breathe in, release. Using that out breath to lift. Now, we can stay with that option or a little bit more. We'll remove the cushion from underneath the head so we come up onto those shoulders. We extend the legs out on the diagonal. Inhale, hinge legs up. Exhale, over. Can we reach toes behind the floor, to the mat? Then bring the legs parallel, flexing the feet. We slowly, with control, trying to keep that upper body relaxed. Rolling out. So maybe it might be that tabletop. If you're feeling good, extend the legs. Hinge, exhale. Flex the feet. And roll out. Extending all the way out. Breathe in. Exhale over. Flex the feet. Hold. Roll out. Slowly, one vertebra by one. Good. Extend those. We have a couple more here. Watch that lower rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Over we go. Can we reach the floor? Or the mat? In my case, I don't want to reach the floor. Exhale. Roll down. Out. Hinge. Exhale. Really working through this full range of movement through abdominals. Releasing the feet and rolling out, rolling out. Extend the legs. Let's get bend the knees, come back to your tabletop and release. 1, 2. It's good. So, extend the legs nice and long. Take a big reach with the arms. On your out breath, we're going to roll ourselves all the way up to seated. It's good. So, we've got a little bit of a stretch with our hamstrings with our rollover. If we did the rollover prep, then we need to give those hamstrings a little bit of a stretch. So, we're going to come into our saw exercise. So, we can take a seat on that cushion. The feet a little bit wider than hip width, somewhere between hip shoulder width. And then arms out to the side, palms pressing forward. So I'm going to turn to you, keeping a long spine. As I exhale, I'm going to roll down, reach. Hand to the outside, could be the outside of the shin, the ankle or foot. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, turn forward. So as I turn the back handle. Roll down, reach. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale forward. Let's turn. Breathing in. Exhale, roll down. Equal weight to your sit bones. Get that stretch to your lower back, to your hamstring. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale forward. It's good. Let's do one more to each side. Reaching. Some big moves in here today. Turn, roll down, reach. Inhale, lift, exhale. Relax the arms down. We're going to bring those legs to hip width. Come off the cushion. Keeping your feet flat on the mat and knees flexed. We're going to have a long spine, arms extending out in front. On your out breath, you're going to draw your belly button in. We roll to the back of the sit bones. We reach. Right arm back. Breathe in, sit nice and tall. Exhale other side. So with this one, we could have a little bit of support from our hamstring. Hold one hand underneath. So we just take a little grip and it gives a little bit of support as we roll. But we really want to get those abdominals to do the work. So we're going to let go. Inhale, lift up and crown the head. Exhale. Lift the ribcage up off your pelvis. Exhale. Look to that back hand. Turn your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. One more. Each side. Reach. Lift. Exhale. Lifting up. Holding there on your out breath. Roll all the way down. One vertebra one, rolling down. Bring those heels towards your hips. And let's bring ourselves off that cushion, arms along by your side. So again, let's have heels in towards those hip sockets. On your out breath, one move, lift the hips up. Hold that straight line, shoulders, hips to knees. As you exhale, release down. So take a breath in, we stay. We exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and release. So again, we start with this shoulder bridge prep. Exhale, lift. And release. Always building those legs. So now we're going to hold that lift. Taking a breath in, you're going to lift. Right heel, exhale down, lift your left. So we alternate the heel lift. Again, layer 2. If we're keeping those hips up and level across the body, instead of the heel lift, we're going to make this move bigger. We're going to bring knee in, extend up, bend knee, release down. Inhale, exhale. Always making sure we're keeping those hips up and level across the body. If you notice you're beginning to drop down one side, maybe you could have a little focus of pushing up on that side to keep the hips level, or come back to that first option, lift and lower the hips, or the heel lift. We'll do a couple more on each side. Reach, release. One for coordination as well here. And really important to race through. Work with your breath. Breathe where you feel comfortable. And reach. Bending, releasing. Holding that straight line. As you exhale, release. Hips down, hug knees in. Good, releasing, taking a little circle with the knees. And from there, we can hold underneath our hamstrings. You can lift your head, shoulders. We're going to roll ourselves up. Or bring yourself up however you find easiest, right? We're going to bring ourselves over onto all fours. And so again, knees beneath the hips, hands beneath the shoulders, into a little bit of upper body work. So, with the knees beneath the hips, toes tucked, we're going to gently push the floor away to stabilize the shoulders. We're going to start with layer one, our leg pull front prep, knees lift, hold, release down. That's an exhale lift, inhale hold, and release. So getting that endurance for the chest, the shoulders, our upper body. Now, feeling good? Let's make it a little bit harder. Bring those knees back a little bit further so the shoulders and wrists are still in line. Now we start to get a little bit more work for abdominals. Exhale, up, and release. Lift, hold, and release. Good, let's do a couple more. Hover, knees just an inch. We don't want those hips going any higher than our shoulders. Otherwise we really start to overload those shoulders. And release. Let's walk it back. Roll the shoulders. Take a little release through the hands, through the wrists. The hands will shake out. We're going to come back. So again, I'm coming back to that option, that layer two, knees back a little bit further. We're going to take a little walk with the feet. And so you could still do this with the knees beneath the hips. And then walking it out. Obviously a little bit harder here. So again, remember that first layer. Lift and lower the knees. Now we're going to hover the knees. And then walk one foot out. Walk the other foot out. Bring it in. Good. Do you need to rest down? You might want to rest down in between each repetition. Or we hover, we walk out. 1, 2. We walk it in. Maybe just a quarter of the way. Or you could walk it knees beneath the hips. Walk out 1, walk out 2. In. Good, stay with this move. We've got one more round each side. So we're aiming for about 3 to 5 repetitions. And walk it in, release down. Let's walk those hands back, beneath. So knees beneath the hips, hands beneath shoulders. Let's take a little lift in the middle, cat stretch it. Inhale, hold. As you exhale, release. And again, another little cat stretch and lift. Exhale, release. When we finish that last little cat stretch release, we're going to swing those knees through. We're going to come over to seated. And so whenever I've done the leg pull front, I like to get a little opener for the front of the body. And so again, that could be just into a couple of shoulder bridge. Certainly if your wrists are feeling a little bit sore. But if we can, hands to the back of the hips, feet hip width apart, and on your out breath, we're going to lift the hips up. So we keep the knees flexed, lifting up. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, releasing down. So this now is a leg pull prep. The other one we do is leg pull front. This should be called leg pull back. And release. The eye gaze can look down the body. You could look up. As long as you don't have any tension through your neck. And release. We'll just take a couple more. So now really working to the back of the body, the back of your shoulders, your glutes, your hamstrings. And release. Yeah, let's take one more. Exhale, lift. And release. Good. So from here, we're going to bring ourselves into our seal exercise. So we're going to be seated. We need to make sure we've got a nice length of mat behind us. We want to make sure we've got a nice length of mat in front of us. You can have your feet together, your hands holding the outside of the shins, or you can thread your hands through and around. Now, big toes together, taking a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to draw belly button in, we're going to roll back. Inhale up. So we're keeping those big toes together, roll back, and now, this is called the seal exercise for a reason. We could clap the feet. One, roll back. One at the back. No clapping in mid-air, right? 1, 2. 1, 2. And up. Oh, I nearly didn't make it. Maybe 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a couple more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cross the legs, holding the feet. I'm going to roll back, and then I'm going to cross the left, and we come all the way up and over. We're going to uncross the feet, tuck toes, take a breath in, lift the knees, push up and back. As I exhale, I'm going to walk my hands towards the feet. And then taking a breath in, I'm going to exhale, roll up. Roll the shoulders, lift the head. And then come down to the floor. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, release. Arms widen down. And well done. Little mat work session, working through abdominals.